Broncos and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. First carry for the tailback, Jeremy Langford. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. Langford again. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
This one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Going to throw right side here, complete. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Cook throwing deep for Galladay. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Now Cook. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points. And
under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sean Robinson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. Third down now following the run. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. So here come the Lions now. And this is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets are out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And it's up and good. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he spins through. And he's got room. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully punts.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. To throw on second down is Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And again this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Stafford on third down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Open space inside the 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And this one through the uprights and good. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
To throw is Cook. On 1st and 10. Cook stripped. The ball's out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for your team.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. Directly over it. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
Cook on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Here's Cook. Throwing on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Golladay. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now Cook looking to throw on 2nd down. Out to the flat for Riddick. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Cook now, operating from the gun. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Von Miller in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. To throw on second down. Cook steps away to his, and the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
To throw is Cook. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. Stays on his feet. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit.
And the ball is knocked out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The drive starts with a carry by Langford. Jeremy Langford past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jeremy Langford, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bronco score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Cook to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Little. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here we go.
On second down, Langford. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Here's Cook on first and 10. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! One,
Now Cook looking to throw on second down. Ebron caught left side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Throwing, Cook, and he connects with Ebron. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Cook now on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. An NFL update. They're in the second quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. To throw on second down. Stafford, a dump off to Anderson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down to the 36-yard line here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Stafford, and this is going to be incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. On 4th down, Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Let's go. White, 9.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
Here we go. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
To throw on third down. Cook. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Meanwhile, over in Lambeau, an update. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. To throw is Cook. Off the play fake. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now they try the right side here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They run again on 1st down. Anderson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. In motion left is Thomas. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw is Stafford. Screenplay, Anderson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run. Anderson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking to throw. Cook. He's going to sling this. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. They find some open field here. And now look at him go. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Back to throw. Cook. And this one's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
10 yards still left on second down. Cook, off play action. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Hot. Ohio. Let's round. Ohio. Ohio. Hot.
Looking to throw. Cook. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
116, boys. Let's go. Hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. One.
Back to throw. Cook. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go. Brand, flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Hot.
Here's Cook, operating from the gun. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he is knocked down from the side. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On second down, here's Stafford. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Again, Anderson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Throwing is Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. It worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Stafford going to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. On third down, it's Cox. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does. And now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Stevenson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here we go, Ohio. Next round.
He's back to throw. This is Riddick on the screen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, it's a nice win to finish off what's been an ugly first half as they move to 2-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.